For 10 millennia, humanity and the Zarati, a species of hyper-intelligent, technologically advanced aliens, had maintained a fragile peace. A truce signed in the ashes of the great cosmic war promised mutual non-aggression, shared knowledge, and strict boundaries. For 10,000 years, this truce held. And then, it ended. The Zarati ambassador arrived in orbit above Earth aboard a gleaming, obsidian warship the size of a small moon. Its hull shimmered with energy shields, and its weapons glowed with a blue intensity that could vaporize entire continents. Broadcasted across every communication channel, the ambassador's message was clear. The truce is over. We declare war on humanity. For most civilizations in the galaxy, this would have been a terrifying announcement. A species capable of interstellar travel, wielding technology that made human science look like candlelight, declaring war? Survival would seem impossible. Not on Earth. At first, there was silence. News anchors froze mid-sentence. Government officials leaned over conference tables with panicked expressions, and military strategists recalculated every known defense protocol. Then, slowly, humans began to laugh. It started online, as memes mocking the alien warship went viral within hours. "Nice try, Zarati," one post read, featuring a picture of the alien vessel photoshopped into a giant rubber duck floating above the Pacific Ocean. Another showed a Zarati warrior captioned, "When you declare war but forgot about Earth's nukes, missiles, and sarcasm." The laughter was contagious. Talk shows covered the Zarati threat with jokes, celebrities live-streamed alien war survival tips, and gaming companies created digital battle simulators for fans to virtually fight the invaders. Humanity's response was, unpredictably, completely unserious. Meanwhile, the Zarati were baffled. Their algorithms, which had calculated human responses with 99.999% accuracy, failed spectacularly. Every military maneuver broadcasted to Earth was met not with panic but with parody. Every threat of annihilation turned into an internet challenge. #Survive the Zarati. On the first day of the declared war, a Zarati fleet approached Mars, intending to use it as a staging ground for the Earth invasion. Human astronomers observed the fleet's approach, then casually tweeted, "Hey, Martians, could you save a parking spot? We're coming in 3 weeks." The tweet went viral. Comments poured in from around the globe. Plot twist, aliens actually RSVP'd. Did they bring snacks? It wasn't just memes. Governments noticed that conventional threats like bombs, lasers, and EMPs had little effect on humans. Civil defense systems were designed to protect millions, but citizens often treated drills like theme park events. Nuclear bunkers were converted into music festivals. Survival training became a competitive sport. Humanity's cultural response was, somehow, its strongest weapon. The Zarati, unaccustomed to the psychological phenomenon, attempted a more direct approach. Their leader, Supreme Overlord Tekrel, beamed a message to Earth, projected across every screen on the planet. "We will exterminate your species. Surrender now, and perhaps your extinction will be swift." Humanity's answer was a viral TikTok video. One teenager, dressed as a superhero, simply said, "Okay, but do you accept my terms? Ice cream first, then war." Within minutes, it was remixed thousands of times. Some videos even featured Zarati-themed filters that allowed humans to put the alien face on their own heads, turning fear into absurdity. Military advisors on both sides were forced to confront a strange truth. Humans weaponize humor. Every Zarati strike, whether kinetic or digital, was parodied and diminished in the public consciousness. Propaganda backfired. Attempt to sow panic only made humans more united in mockery. The first real battle happened in low Earth orbit. The Zarati deployed orbital drones, designed to obliterate cities in minutes. However, humans responded with a combination of ingenuity and sarcasm. Satellite-based lasers, originally meant for communication, were recalibrated to send dazzling light shows, confusing enemy sensors. Earth's defense forces uploaded AI-generated holograms of dancing aliens that forced Zarati drones to collide with each other. In short, humans laughed their way to victory. Meanwhile, the Zarati struggled with logistics. Their battle plans assumed that fear would precede compliance. They failed to anticipate that humans would be unpredictable, chaotic, and resilient, not in brute force, but in spirit. Psychological warfare, so effective against most civilizations, had the opposite effect on Earth. Krell attempted a bold move, a full-scale invasion of the United States. But the human response was both ingenious and absurd. Military jets were deployed, but so were thousands of prank helicopters with speakers broadcasting epic fail, Zarati, across the skies. Cities used holographic decoys to confuse alien targeting systems, while civilians performed flash mobs in patterns so chaotic the Zarati AI could not process them. By the third week, the Zarati were exhausted, not from battle, but from confusion. Their calculations could not adapt to humans, whose decisions were illogical, humorous, and fundamentally unafraid. Every attempt at intimidation had become a viral joke, and yet, beneath the laughter, there was strategy. Humanity's resilience wasn't just about memes and jokes. It was about creativity, adaptability, and unity. When conventional weapons failed, humans turned everyday objects into defensive tools. A seemingly harmless festival of drones became an unbreakable digital shield. Music frequencies disrupted alien sensors. Even global synchronized laughter, strange as it sounds, interfered with Zarati communication, devices calibrated to fear-based brainwaves. It was during a global broadcast intended to terrify Earth that Krell realized the full extent of humanity's power. Millions of humans were watching the screen, not in terror, but in amusement. They clapped, cheered, and uploaded remixed versions of his speech with comical sound effects. The Supreme Overlord's carefully crafted intimidation had become a meme. For the first time in 10,000 years, the Zarati considered retreat. In their archives, they found warnings about humanity, intelligent, adaptable, resilient, but they underestimated a factor they had never measured: Hume as a weapon. By the end of the first month, the Zarati fleet withdrew to deep space. Krell's final message was broadcast. We acknowledge your resilience and humor. Truce negotiations recommended. Humanity, of course, responded with laughter. Memes celebrating the victory of laughter spread across the galaxy. A new phrase became popular: never underestimate the human chuckle. In the aftermath, humans didn't just survive, they thrived. The 10,000-year truce became a story of legend, retold in classrooms and online forums alike. Children learned not just mathematics and science, but also the art of improvisation, satire, and strategic laughter. Humanity had discovered a truth no weapon could erase. Sometimes, the deadliest force in the universe is not firepower, but spirit. And somewhere, far beyond Earth, Krell and the Zarati recalculated their galaxy-spanning strategy. Next time, they might bring better weapons, but one question lingered in their minds: could they ever match human humor? One thing was certain. In the War of the Cosmos, the humans had already won.